Warning. Taking PetPyves money has certain side effects that you and doctor should discuss, such as overwhelming joy, comfort, a satisfied stomach, feeling loved, overdosing on bliss, and a new interest in following the comfort crowd. In other words, eat
it. What a freaking beautiful way to start this live stream. Thank you, Tyler. Hello, chat. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to another lovely Sunday live stream. It is Sunday. It is so gloomy outside because April showers bring May flowers and May's right around the corner. I mean, that is for certain. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've got a lot to go over today. Before I begin on our adventure into starting Blackbird's era. Yes, as of my YouTube post yesterday, we have some things we need to discuss. We need to lay down the law a little bit around here. It has been, oh geez, 9 months since I started Persona Project, so it's definitely time to update some things. Oh, welcome, Ian. Oh gosh, that's a long username. I apologize. Ian the IKEA Alien. What a beautiful name and icon. Slay, welcome to the club. So yes, before I begin, I am actually going to be going over some new Persona Project rules and regulations. I'm going to be making shorts and videos about this to make sure it is extremely clear where I stand on my boundaries when it comes to the series, because, my goodness, I have been disrespected too many times, and now I gotta do the boring thing of starting my live stream by being like, sigh, alright, here's all of my new rules, which isn't very fun. So we are gonna pop on over here for just a moment, and we're gonna talk about some new rules and things, or just reiterate rules that have been here that nobody pays attention to. So let's talk about my boundaries, my rules for Persona Project. So, this is the concept of Persona Project. It is my personal narrative. It is not a work of fiction. All characters are real people. All episodes are real life events. I don't create this series for entertainment purposes. It's for my therapy. It's for my healing journey. It's for my closure. And I can revoke it. I can take it down, and I can private it. And I will. I will. So, I don't want it to get to that point, because there are more people who enjoy it than people who spoil it, and I'm not a fan of punishing the whole class when there's one stinky kid who's ruining it for everyone. So, I don't want to do that, obviously, but I will, and that's the point. Now, there's some ratings and warnings that go along with Persona Project that people are definitely not heeding to. This is not suitable for younger audiences. This will be triggering to some. There are on-screen warnings, there are video descriptions that I highly recommend that you pay attention to before you watch certain episodes. They are intense. Some episodes are rated 18+ and have age restrictions. If there is an age restriction, don't try to get around it. It's for your own safety, and if I find out that you try to get around it, you will be banned from the channel. That's simple. It's for your safety. You can thank me later. And then some general warnings for just all of my content in general is that I use strong language. There are mature and adult topics in a lot of things that I talk about. There's a little bit of mild violence involved, or maybe even some cartoon gore with things that I draw. And I do talk about what is considered controversial and sensitive topics, such as trauma, such as LGBTQ+ struggles. There are lots of things I talk about on my channel, just as a fair warning. Across the channel. All of it. Okay, comments, this is a big one. Let's pay attention to this one. The comments are turned off on shorts, and they're heavily moderated on my videos. And this is for my mental health and the safety of your mental health too, because I am not about to have this become a negative experience for all of us, because people are very loud when they're being negative. They will be turned on for special occasions though. I will turn them on for special occasions, because I think that that's important. But I will pause them if things get out of hand. Yeah, you may have noticed that members have been kind of the only ones able to talk on my live streams or my videos, because they tend to be the most respectful, they tend to be very supportive and positive, and that is why they have the privilege right now. But I can pause it at any time. And if you fail to comply with any of the rules, you will be hidden from the channel. And being hidden from the channel means that you cannot comment on videos, you can't be in live stream chats, and if you buy a membership, you can't enjoy the benefits. You will become a ghost. And once you are hidden, I will not undo it. I cannot go and find your username. Oh, thank you!
Hi. I think your Persona project is awesome. I'm less than 33.
Oh, thank you, Dumb Shark. That's such a sad username. But thank you, Dumb Shark. That's very sweet of you. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. Now, if you want to continue to enjoy it, listen to this. Here's some general guidelines to commenting on my channel. Be it in the live stream, be it on videos. This also should just apply to generally anywhere on YouTube. This is good etiquette. Online etiquette. Google it. Respect others. Be polite. Don't be negative. Don't harass people. Keep comments relevant. Commenting about Persona Project on videos and series that have nothing to do with Persona Project will get you hidden. It is a huge pet peeve of mine, that I'm trying to enjoy my Brightside fandom over here, and then in the middle of Brightside I have people begging me for Persona Project. Very inappropriate. Don't appreciate it. I don't have tolerance for that anymore. I have been too annoyed. I'm like a big sister, and you guys are like the little siblings poking me, and I'm pissed. When it comes to that specifically. Obviously, don't spam. Spam includes unwanted, irrelevant promotional messages in large quantities. This includes a lot of emojis, a lot of emoticons and things. Don't vent. Obviously, this is a very heavy series, and I understand people want to share their similar experiences, but there's a time and place for everything, but not now, in the words of Professor Oak from Pokemon. That means strong emotions, frustrations, personal problems. Posting that publicly on the internet is not generally acceptable unless it is warranted and asked for. And you cannot include inappropriate and potentially harmful words and stories that would be considered explicit or triggering to some. That is just, it should be a general consensus here. This is a huge one that is a giant problem on my channel. Do not share personal information. I don't care what it is. Sharing your personal information is dangerous, okay? Anywhere on the internet, you never know. You have to be careful. Your privacy is very important to me, and it should be important to you. You should never state your name, your age, your location, your birthday, where you live, phone numbers, email addresses, all of that good stuff. Doxing people, by the way, doing that to other people, by the way, is punishable by law. So, maybe don't. Maybe don't. I will not tolerate people who are going to state these things online in my live chats. I will protect you and I will ban you, because I'm not going to allow you to get yourself hurt in my safe place. This is a safe place on the internet, and I'm keeping it that way, alright? And obviously, do not discuss controversial topics. Topics that will spur up even more negativity than there already is somehow. We're going to keep religion and politics out of it. We don't have any tolerance for bullying, drugs, explicit content, sexism, racism, misogyny, ableism, trans, and homophobia, and all other sensitive topics. Absolutely zero tolerance. You will be banned. You will. Alright, there's your internet safety shebang for the day. Alright, now we're going to move on to my fan art boundaries. This one has been doing pretty well. You guys have been really respectful with fan art, and I appreciate that very, very much. But there's a couple things I do need to reiterate and very clearly, you know, exemplify here. So yes, fan art is allowed, but there's limitations. You can draw me, Hawley. You can draw Wild Child, Blackbird, Parker, Hawley, Haley, Robin, basically all my arrows. You can draw any of my little brother's arrows, who is Rocky and Blue Jay. Those are the only two you know about so far. And you can only draw my characters, my arrows, and my brother's arrows in positive settings. You can also draw my pets. I would love for you guys to draw my pets. And you can draw, like, any stuffed animals, any toys, any, like, OCs that I have. Like if you want to draw Wild Child's, like little OC named Slash, the little rainbow ball guy, go for it. Those things are silly and fun and whimsical. Yes, beautiful. Now, the things to not do. Do not draw any other characters from the series. We're not drawing Wild Child's best friends. We're not drawing anyone's parents. We're not drawing especially my abusers. That should be pretty much a given, I would hope, but I have to state it. And obviously don't depict any triggering or harmful events. Like, let's not be edgy and have them crying and then reliving trauma and stuff. I already drew it once. I think we got it. I think it's good. I don't think we need any edgy stuff about my personal life. That feels very weird. So let's not do that. So, another thing, I would prefer if you guys did not create AMVs and PMVs and use character edits using any of my characters, events, animation, audio from Persona Project, because let me put it in perspective for you. Imagine if you posted the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to you on the internet, and then people make edgy, skillet AMVs about your real-life trauma. Let me tell you how bad that makes you feel. It's not good. It's different if you do it for, like, an anime character, like a fictional character, but I'm a real person, so let's not do that. Kindly. I understand people might want to make, like, motivational edits and be like, look at all this stuff Wild Child went through, yay, and now she's better. No. No. I say no. And then if you want to submit fan art, there's a link in the description of this video. There is a Google form you can upload your videos, not your videos, your GIFs, your PNGs, JPEGs, you know, certain file formats don't get accepted. I apologize. There's some that Google does not accept. Most files are accepted, and if you want your credit name to appear, you gotta put it on the image itself, because I don't have a function to show the file names, essentially. So, fan art is always welcome, though. Just please be respectful. This is an important one I'd like to discuss next. Oh, Mystic Blue, thank you so much!
Hey, just wanted to say that your Persona project has been such a moving piece to see develop.
Oh.
I did a similar animation on per month project during my gap year, and I'm beginning my first Pokemon comic.
Oh, Pokemon comic, how freaking cool, dude! That is so slay! That is so awesome, dude. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Doing this kind of work is really hard, so pat yourself on the back. I'm glad I can be a motivator to you guys. Very much. It makes me very happy. Oh, so sweet. Thank you, Mystic Blue. But yes, big one we need to talk about. Reposting versus referencing. There's very different differences between reposting and referencing. Do not repost or upload any of my Persona Project shorts or videos. That's my life. Quite literally my life in 4K. Don't do it. Don't remix or edit any Persona Project shorts or videos. That means, you know how Shorts likes to enable remixes against my will? Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't. Don't reuse any of my Persona Project audio. No, absolutely no audio. None. That is my voice. It is very important to me that I am heard. It is my voice. It is very important to me that it remains where it's supposed to be, which is in my story. And, this should be a given as well. I can't believe I have to say this, but absolutely do not use my art, animations, character stories from any series on my channel for the use of generative AI. AI is totally banned here. I don't know why anybody thought that this was a good idea. This includes character AI, artwork AI, voice AI, writing AI. This rule specially applies to Persona Project because it is a non-fiction personal narrative of my real life. I have already found AIs of me online. It's very disturbing, especially when it's my inner child. It is disgusting and disturbing to know that my inner child is chatting with people online. I am severely uncomfortable with this. I tried to contact these people to take these things down, but there's actually no way to confront people on these sites, unfortunately. They removed any features that would allow me to have a civil discussion with somebody and ask them to remove it. And reporting it didn't work because apparently exploiting minors is okay when it comes to generative AI. Because yeah, Wild Child's a minor, by the way. That's my literal child self, and people are exploiting her, and I don't appreciate it. So I will say this, it is not allowed, and I will kindly ask you to take it down. Thank you, if you did something like that. Now let's hope it doesn't happen again. And if it does, oh my god, I really don't want to have to go down a very not fun legal route. But I guess I will have to, because it is my property, and it is myself that is literally being exploited. So, yes, let's not do that, guys, obviously. Now I want to talk about the good part of this, which is, yes, I would like you guys to reference Persona Project. I am opening the floor to some very limited reactionary content. That means you can include short clips of the original content, add your own commentary and visuals, clearly credit the original creator, me, minimize the original content, which Persona Project, minimize the amount of my content that is in your reaction, and ensuring it doesn't dominate your video. Don't include any audio, this is strictly visuals, and you can quote or reference the story, but do not dub or voice act lines. Respectful, insightful commentary and reactions are welcome. Now, non-examples. Gotcha reenactments of the series. I've already seen this on the internet. People are already taking my audio and just reanimating it using other mediums and stuff. Don't do that. Don't reanimate something I've already done. That's literally plagiarism. Guys. Don't do live watch parties of my series. That's just straight up re-uploading. You're just re-uploading my content. That's not okay. And then only putting text or audio over full episodes or clips of Persona Project, that's also not commentary. That's just stealing. Now, good commentary examples are like video essays or cartoon analysis videos where they show little clips and then they break it down and analyze it, and it's very much an educational purpose. It has a greater purpose other than, I guess, just stealing. I'd love for this to be used by therapeutic professionals to aid in their work. Absolutely, I would love therapeutic professionals to use this. I've been told by many a therapist that they recommend my series for people who are doing shadow work or inner child work, and I would love for that to continue. And I'd also like for fellow artists or trauma survivors to use it to aid in their healing journey. Like, if you're like, hey, I'm starting a Persona project, and then you show a little clip of, here's the original idea, go for that. That's fine. I would love that to be credited, so that way you could say, here's my inspiration. You know, that's wonderful. These are good ideas. Okay? Let me be very clear. This is a very limited thing, and I can and will revoke this at any time. Previously, I was not okay with any kind of reactionary content, but I realized that it might help more people if I open the floor to it. Yeah, showing other people sharing the content, that is okay. I did post it on the internet, Crash Zone. Think about it that way. If I'm sharing it with millions of strangers, it's okay if you share it with other people. It's on the internet. If it wasn't on the internet, that'd be a whole other ballgame. But I put it out there for the world, you know? That is fine. Now here's something I really want to cover. Shadow work? Ooh, blue streak blazes, good question. I will touch base on that literally in just a moment. I'm about to talk about what's common knowledge and what's not common knowledge. Because I have people very, very stressed out about stealing my ideas, and I'm trying to define what is my idea and what is just general knowledge. So, plagiarism, by definition, is presenting someone else's work as your own, whether it's their words, ideas, or even their format. It's crucial to understand the difference between common knowledge, which is information widely known and understood, and original ideas that require citation. So, I say, yes, create your own Persona project with credit and citations. Here is what I define as my original ideas. My Persona project is defined by the concept of exploring one's trauma through the creation of characters that represents oneself at different life stages, specifically referring to these characters as eras and calling the overall story a personal project or Persona project would require citation, as it was coined by me. That, if you're like, I'm making a Persona project, here are my eras, please credit me. That was my original idea. However, we'll get into it. There are other ways you can do this without having to credit me, because I don't own the idea of separating yourself into different people to explore your trauma. That is a general idea. But just, if you use specific terms that I have coined, go ahead and credit me. I would appreciate that. My Persona project follows the basis of a personal narrative along with therapeutic tactics such as shadow work and healing the inner child through interactions with the inner adult. Following such common knowledge in one's own work would not require citation. Utilizing short-form content as a means of expression is also common knowledge. Here's what I consider to be common knowledge about the topics that I discussed in the Persona project. So, personal narrative, common knowledge. Personal narrative is a type of writing where an individual recounts a true story from their life, focusing on one event or experience that holds significance to them. It's typically written in first person and aims to share a story in its meeting with the reader. The focus of these projects is about speaking truths, healing wounds, gaining closure through works of non-fiction depicting real-life people, places, and events. This can be represented through characters, art, animation, comics, written works, etc., and can be explored using a variety of terms and formats. Meaning, if you're making something that sounds just like that, you don't have to credit me. That is just called a personal narrative. I didn't come up with the idea of a personal narrative. This is... Next part, therapeutic common knowledge. Shadow work is a self-exploration process where individuals investigate and integrate unconscious aspects of their personality that they have typically rejected or repressed. These hidden aspects are often viewed as negative or undesirable and explored to achieve a more complete and balanced sense of self. That's kind of the inner shadow work. My shadows include my entities, my personality disorders, my mental health disorders. That is what I consider to be my shadows. They are the worst parts of me. The inner child is typically described as a person's supposed original or true self, from your childhood usually, especially when regarded as damaged or concealed by negative childhood experiences. My inner child, I have 3 of them. I have Wild Child, Blackbird, and Parker. They are all 3 my inner children. And you can kind of separate your childhood into a person and kind of treat them better like a human, you know, and kind of recognize that they're still there, that they're valid. And then the inner adult is often seen as a counterbalance to the inner child, which represents the more emotional, reactive, and often vulnerable aspects of ourselves. You might refer to your present self as the inner adult or the adult. Obviously, my present self, I'm the adult. My inner adults, however, I do have Hawley, Haley, and Robin, who are my adult eras, who are my inner adults. And that is just common therapeutic knowledge. That is free game, guys. It's just, if you happen to be like, I'm making a personal project with eras. Now that is something I'd like to be credited for, because that is something I coined and created based on these common knowledge practices here. If you use any of the common knowledges and you call it something else, like, oh, this was my phase. Great! That's your idea! That's not mine! So just so you're aware of what plagiarism is and isn't. I know a lot of people get really anxious about this, so there you go. That's the spiel on that. Also, welcome! I think it's Taxity? Taxity, welcome to being a guardian angel! That's super cool, dude. I got to welcome you a little late. I apologize. I was rambling, but thank you. That's so much fun. Oh my god. Top tier member right there. Super cool, dude. But yeah, this part is really sad. I apologize that I have to go over this. I'm already like 30 minutes into this. I apologize. I will be as brief as I can about this. But I do have to kind of lay down the law here. Alright, obviously, we're gonna go on to my personal information, which, gee whiz, I can't believe I have to, like, explain that I have a personal life. That's actually insane. Obviously, no doxing. Don't search for or publish identifying information about me or anyone involved in Persona Project. It's definitely not legal. It's definitely not legal and endangers me and the people who are not even aware they're involved in this project, okay? It's not fair, not cool, obviously really, really dumb that I have to even say this. Okay, this is the part where I really, 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 really need to emphasize with you guys. Don't ask me inappropriate or personal questions or invoke dangerous behavior. Persona Project covers a sufficient amount of details to understand the narrative while maintaining the comfort and safety of the creator and others involved and mentioned in the project. Certain topics or events may be intentionally vague with the purpose of concealing and identifying information that could be triggering or identifying information. Okay, might be vague with the purpose of protecting myself and others. Do not attempt to pry for more sensitive information. That's clocked as a doxing attempt. You'll be hidden from the channel immediately. Here's some examples of what not to do. I get this pretty much every time I open my mouth online anymore. Asking if I'm still in contact with family members. Don't do that. Asking for my real name, my location, my age, other personal identifying information, or asking about that information for people who are in the project. Asking to see my family photos of myself or others from the project. Asking if I'm still religious. Asking about people who have died. Complimenting my appearance without relevance and with uncomfortable undertones. Now that's a big one lately. I had my face cam on once and it was very uncomfortable for me. The amount of people who were just very overly dramatically complimenting me. It was very weird and disturbing. I'd prefer that to not happen. Also, provoking me with specific shared triggers with the intention to harm or get a reaction. I have had this happen. People have intentionally tried to upset me because I have shared my triggers on the internet, which is just so beautiful of humanity. Also, threatening to find or harm people mentioned in Persona Project. I know some people think it's funny, or that it's a joke, to be like, oh, I hate your mom, I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna kill her. Dude, that is a threat. Dude, these are real people. You cannot say that. I don't care how bad of these people were to me, you cannot threaten people, period, dude. So, these are very real things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. I have this occur to me, to the point that I need to talk about it right now, okay? So, this also should be a given, but it's not apparently. We need to respect my eras, my inner children, and my inner adults. This project is going to be my life from birth to now, to present. This means all three of my inner children will be present on the internet. Treat them as if you were treating them like real-life minors online. Please, I'm begging of you. These are children. They are representing me in childhood. That means a lot. They are 8 years old, 13, and 17. They are young. It should be a given that you should respect that and maybe not exploit them or criticize them, bully them, make them uncomfortable, draw strange things about them, things that you would not do to children, don't do to these characters that are also children. Thank you. Obviously, this is something that comes up a lot. I'm not comfortable with this. Do not call my eras your comfort characters. I know there's a comfort character culture. I know there's a fandom culture. This is not that kind of thing. My characters are not fictional. They are me, they are real people, and this is not a fandom. This is the story of my life, and you are supporters, you are listeners. You're not fans of Persona Project. You are simply attending my personal narrative and listening. Just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's a character. No, cartoons are just the way that I express myself. Sorry if that comes across as, I guess, a way to project or take and turn my characters into something that they're not. Obviously, this is another one that comes up a lot. Don't treat my eras like they're dead, gone, and not present. That obviously happened a lot during the end of Wild Child, in her last video. For her era, people were acting like she was literally dead, and it was breaking my heart because she's with me every single day. Like, I'm always giggling and skipping around, and I'm still Wild Child. She's still here with me all the time, and to have her constantly be told, wow, I can still hear her voice, I miss her so much, I'm gonna miss her so much. I'm like, dude, she's literally right here, and she's obviously not going anywhere. She's gonna be in a lot of episodes, like... So that was just kind of damaging, and I prefer that we don't do that anymore. I know people didn't know about that yet. A lot of these, sometimes people don't really know, so I'm making it very clear right now. Now you know. This one came up earlier today, literally. Let's not share excitement for an upcoming era or episode of Persona Project. Let's not be like, wow, I'm so excited for Parker's era, or oh, I can't wait to watch Blackbird do XYZ. This is my life story with a lot of traumatic experiences, guys. Like, this is, real. It's not for your entertainment. It's not something to be excited about, really. It's kind of damaging to hear that people are like, oh boy, I can't wait for you to live out your trauma for me. It feels pretty gross. So let's, yeah, you guys can be like, well, I'm excited to meet Blackbird, like I can't wait to see what she's like, you know. I'm excited for all of your good memories to come, maybe. You can spin it like that, like, wow, I can't wait to see what other silly stories you have to share with us, you know. Keeping it positive can only help. But if you're just generalizing the statement of, like, I can't wait for Blackbird, it very much hurts my feelings. It very much makes me... It makes me anxious, because then there's this expectation that you're excited for something that is going to absolutely devastate you, and I know that. I know it's gonna make you sad. I know it's gonna make you cry. And yet you're over here saying you're excited, and then it makes me feel bad. So it's just a whole lot. It's a whole lot, so let's not do that. And then this should be a given as well. Just don't depict my era as doing anything inappropriate. Whether it be, don't write fanfictions. Don't write fanfictions. Don't draw them inappropriately. Don't be weird, internet. God, for God's sake. Lastly, just respect me. This last bullet point, I won't go through all of it. It's just a general thing about me and who I am. It goes through all of my labels, and everything that I have going on. It's basically my FAQ. It's basically like, what are your pronouns? What diagnoses do you have? I'm sharing so much of myself on the internet. It's crazy I even have all that on the internet, but you know, people ask all these questions all the time, so there it all is, laid out in front of you. I'm 27, I'm aro ace, I'm also a lesbian, I'm genderqueer, I'm AFAB, I use all pronouns, they, them, he, him, she, her, I'm disabled, I'm chronically ill, I'm autistic, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I have avoidant personality disorder, I have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and yes, I am in therapy. That is like the top questions I get all the time. Now, the general things to do for me that is very helpful is just listening. Listening is great. It's the highest form of support and respect you could give to me during this really crucial healing experience. Respecting me and my identity, my labels, my pronouns is very helpful, because I'm very much still questioning, and I don't know who I am yet, but I'd like to find out, and I feel like I'm safe enough to explore a little bit right now, and that's very nice, so I appreciate that. Obviously, following the rules and respecting everything I just said, just being happy, like, wow, we have Pet Peeves content, let's go, you know, like, that, it's so easy. It's so easy to be nice. It's free, it costs you free, it costs you $0. Obviously, the things that have happened to me in recent times is quite sad that I have to say all this, but obviously don't disrespect or dismiss my mental health disorders or my physical conditions and diagnoses. I have been evaluated by several medical professionals. I am being treated. I am not faking it, quote unquote. I have proof if you so need it, but I don't need to give it to you. Just trust the fact that when I say I have something going on, that maybe I am speaking the truth. It's crazy that people just think I'm lying. It's insane. Also, don't infantilize me over expressing my trauma through inner child work or because of my disabilities and labels. I know it's very tempting. I know it's just so tempting because I voice act my inner child and I voice act my preteen self and I give my teenage self an anime boy protagonist voice. I know it's very easy to just attack me for that, but you know what? Guess what? That's not accepted here, and you will be banned instantly. Obviously, this has come up a lot. Don't silence my voice by venting louder, dismissing my experiences, victim blaming, or exhibiting any other toxic behavior. Listening's a bare minimum, and optional, by the way. You don't have to watch my videos. You can just be like, well, that's too much for me, bye-bye, and leave. It's very easy. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to be an ass. Obviously, this one came up too. Don't bully and harass me to make you free content. Don't beg for more content. Don't press for release dates. Don't complain if another series gets attention. That one pisses me off so badly. I literally I want to explode like a nuclear bomb when people are like, ugh, what is this Wobble Dog stupid gaming thing? I want more Persona Project. I'm like, you burn. Oh my god, they get banned so instantly, it's not even funny. Like, I get so mad because people need to realize that, like, I do other series on my channel and I'm a variety channel, so that way I can take a break from the monotony of animating for 8 to 12 hours a day. My trauma. So yeah, I get a little burned out, and sometimes I'm like, let's jump into something else that's a little more fun and whimsical, like this silly little video game, or like this little like speed art series I'm doing with Animal Crossing, and like Brightside my RPG. Like let's go do something else for a little bit. And like, you don't have to watch that either. You don't have to watch you don't have to watch anything. I do. Click away! It's very easy. Like, I just don't understand why that is a problem. Also, this is also another one. Last bullet point, and I will get into the actual stream. I apologize, this has been lengthy, but I really need to state it. Don't develop unhealthy parasocial relationship with me. Now, that means, you know, prioritizing your parasocial relationships over real-life ones, putting me on a pedestal, spending excessive time or money on me, and displaying obsessive behaviors. This has happened to me a lot in the past, and I just want to say parasocial relationships can be okay, but unhealthy ones are obviously very unwelcome, and I would prefer that you get help. So, that is my spiel. All of this, every last thing I put on here, I will be making a video about. It will be posted in video descriptions. It will be out there. And obviously in the short form content, it'll be very, very heavily summarized. I pray to God that they read. They probably won't. But, you know, it'll be there. In case they wonder why they got banned, they can go back and see that I have a terms and conditions page. So, there you have it, gamers. That is my very long-winded, tiresome speech about my updated Persona Project rules and regulations. Okay, now that TED Talk is over, let's head back over here. Hi. Hello. Let's draw. Let's not discuss any more of that not fun stuff. Let's draw and have fun. Also, wow, my little dono thing. Oh no. He's gone. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's filling up. Oh my gosh, it is like lagging out so bad because of all those fruits. Oh dear. My bad. My bad. Oh, hydration check? Yeah. Oh yeah, let's do that. Ugh. That was a much needed 30-minute lecture. I'm glad that we think that, because I'm mad that I had to spend 30 minutes of my day doing that. No.
Here's your $1. I'm gonna go take a nap now, I need it.
Oh, thank you, Mal. That's so sweet of you. Go take a nap. I wish I could take a nap. I need one after the week I've had on the internet. Are those pineapples? I think they are lemons, bananas, and pears today. I'm pretty sure. Beautiful lag. Alright, the lag is over. It's time to draw. So, today we are going to be working on an episode of Blackbird's Era. It's the second one. The first one's already done. I'm debating on whether it's going to come out tomorrow or not, because, you know, it was supposed to come out tomorrow. I'm still gonna figure that out, because it's a really long episode. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's like a special episode. So yeah, I'm working on this new episode here, which is gonna be the second episode. It's titled Sacrifice. Please be warned, I'm gonna be working on some pretty kind of heavier stuff where we're getting into... This episode is about my mother, in Blackbird's perspective on my mom. So basically the format of Persona Project is that at the start of every era, we're gonna kind of go over, like, different things. Oh my goodness!
Here's a weekly dono for my favorite creator.
Oh! Raven, that's so sweet, dude! Thank you for the pears, that's awesome! Aww. Thank you, dude. That's so freaking sweet, man. You guys are the bomb.com, for real, for real. Saying the bomb.com has been a thing because that's what Blackbird says, and I can't stop saying it now, because she always goes, it's the bomb.com, and I'm like, okay, girl, slay. Gosh, the fan art has been so fun, too, today. I can't wait to show it all off. You guys have been going crazy with it. I appreciate it. Oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, so, be warned, I'm gonna talk about, this whole episode's kind of about gaslighting. And there is some, little hints of physical abuse evidence as well. Because this episode, believe it or not, shocker, it's gonna be, about Wild Child, and Blackbird not getting along, because Blackbird idolizes my mother. And Blackbird is like, my mom does everything for me, and she's the best! And Wild Child's like, but she's not good. I don't understand why you like her. Oh no. So like, yeah, it's a little bit of a rough episode, but it is what I'm working on today. The members, YouTube members voted on this one, so that is what we're going to do. And that's kind of what I mean by like, when I say like, Wild Child is still gonna be here, like, she's very much like, the most important character in my whole project, because she's the OG, like, inner child. So, it just boggles my brain so much when people are just like, she's gone forever! I'm like, is that what happened to you? Did you, like, did your inner child disappear forever? Because, like, that's not my experience. For sure, I would never do that to her. I mean, obviously, I made her last episode be about the fact that she's gonna be here forever. Why would she be gone after that? That makes 0 sense. So yeah, unfortunately for everyone here, we are going to be drawing a lot of mom attention that we don't enjoy, but it's necessary. It's a necessary evil. Oh, Maddie, you got cookies and milk? Bro! Oh my god, I got a side tangent story to go off about. I'm so pissed off, dude. Okay, last night was like, I'm gonna have some cookies and milk, and it's gonna be awesome. And I was so excited about that. Oh, hold on.
Hi. Sorry about all the issues you've been having with disrespectful people lately.
Oh, it's okay, dude.
I'd just like to say your story is important and inspiring and has helped me through my own tough times. Even kickstarted my healing.
Oh.
You got this. High five?
Heck yeah, dude! Oh, thank you! At least you understand I like high fives and not hugs. Oh, thank you! Thank you! High five, dude. Yes, man. It's okay, man. Dealing with disrespect is part of being a content creator at this point. It's just like, you know, I used to work retail. I used to be front-facing and talking to customers and being disrespected to my face. Now I get disrespected not to my face, but I'm still being disrespected. I think it's just part of life. It's social interaction, unfortunately, but it's okay. Thank you. I'm glad I could help you. I'm glad a lot of people can help you know, get their head start on healing, and it's a really important thing to do, and it makes me very glad that I can be a part of that journey, even for a short amount of time, just to help. Just to help. It's very cool. It's definitely like an honor for me. Oh, that's so sweet. That warmed me heart. But yeah, anyways, I was telling you guys about my story. So I freaking wanted milk and cookies last night. I was like, hell yeah, dude, I bought some, those, like, little graham crackers, those little Scooby snacks, the ones that are shaped like dog bones. They're like cinnamon graham crackers shaped like dog bones with honey on them. They're freaking delicious, and I was like, let's go, Scooby snacks. I'm like, busting open my Scooby snacks, I'm gonna dip them in milk. Sorry if that's weird, I like graham crackers and milk, alright? I consider them to be cookies, they're really sweet to me. Lo and behold, I'm like, man, this Scooby snack be tasting a little funny. The Scooby snack be tasting a little bad. And then I check the box. That bitch be 6 months expired. I just bought it, and it is 6 months expired. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. My Scooby snacks! So I pouted all night, pissed off because my Scooby snacks are dead, and I'm mad. So that's my ramble. I really wanted cookies and milk, bro, but God literally said no and tainted my Scooby snacks. So yeah, that's Pet Peeves lore update. God tainted my Scooby snacks. That is such a slash J, by the way. I'm not... I'm being slash silly. I'm not, like... I'm not being mean. I'm being silly, okay? Full disclosure. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm really sad. I know. I usually am very good about checking the expiration dates on things because I typically have some pretty bad luck when it comes to picking the only thing in the entire store that's dead. And unfortunately that day I was just really out of it, and I was like, you know what, sure, I'll get some Scooby snacks, and then God was like wringing his little hands being like, this idiot thinks he's getting Scooby snacks, and I was like, my Scooby snacks! And then God cackled and lightning cracked over my head and I fell on my knees sobbing, and that's exactly what happened. For sure. That totally realistic happened 100%. Alright. Anyways. Cookie and milk rant over. I don't want to talk about Scooby snacks anymore. They're making me sad. Okay, so this is like really strange. I'm like right in the middle of like Blackbird explaining like something that happened in Wild Child's part. So like it's gonna be like I'm literally drawing Wild Child's era like right now. I know it says working on Blackbird. I promise this is an episode for Blackbird. Blows up Scooby snacks with mine. My fucking Scooby snacks. Oh. I love how I can picture this in your animation style. As you should. You should be picturing this story in my animation style. I'm very dramatic, okay? It's sometimes to a fault, but most times for the entertainment of others, I am very dramatic. Yeah, I'm gonna be reliving that Scooby snack incident for a while now. Which makes me sad, because, like, I go through, like, autism phases with food where I just, like, love something, and then all of a sudden I, like, hate it forever, always. And, like, graham crackers were one of those things where I used to, like, love them, and I was like, you know what? I need to reclaim Scooby snacks, because they sound really delicious right now. And then I got punished And I'm like, dang, guess what? Guess who's never having those for a long time? And I hate that about me. I hate that. Like, one tiny bad experience with food, and it's like, well, I'll never eat that again. It's like, dang, it sucks. Like, I just... It's such a freaking L when I can't eat something. Okay, sorry, I was trying to figure out, like, what my background thing was. Yeah, there they are. All of the family TM. Alright, oh, wait, I gotta copy a frame. Whoop. Wild Child's looking down at a picture frame because, Blackbird's basically explaining something that Wild Child is like, what? What is she talking about? That's not even what's happening. Because Blackbird's being gaslit. Wee! Episode 2! Wee! Already! Wee! You guys have the same thing when your fixations die out? Dude, okay, I don't know about you, but I got the autism where, like, my hyperfixations last for, like, decades. Like, I'm not even, like, exaggerating, like, actual decades. Like, my fixations just last forever. Like, I am stuck in, like, one thing for so long. And it sucks because everybody else, like, moves on to fixation so quickly. And yet I'm out here still, like, waving my little flag for whatever stupid fandom I'm caught in for the next 7 years. And I'm like, hello? Is anyone out there? Hello? But yeah, sorry, I was doing the thing where I was looking sad because Wild Child's sad. Like, I have to draw, like, what like my characters are feeling. Like, I have to, like, emote the same way. I don't know how to explain that, other than, like, you make the expression that you're drawing, like, subconsciously, or at least that's what I do. I'm thinking I'm gonna change this pose a little bit. I know that's not what I had in the storyboard, but that's what the storyboard is for. It's just a suggestion. Storyboards are just a suggestion. She's kind of like sitting on the floor, like looking at an old picture frame. Because if you recall, there's going to be a lot of symbolism to, like, the very beginning of Wild Child's era when she was talking about her family. She's holding on to a lot of, like, picture frames. And so I like calling back details like that where it's like, Wild Child's like, family is really important to me, and she's, like, hugging a picture frame, and she's all, like, happy and stuff, and now she's, like, sitting with this, like, broken picture frame on the floor. And is, like, realizing that she was, like, she's totally different now. Because I do want to emphasize the fact that, like, she has grown. And while Blackbird is just starting. Because Blackbird's doing the exact same thing that she was doing in the very beginning, where it's like, wow, I love my family does nothing wrong ever. And then it's like, whoa. Because... that's totally not what's happening. So I like very much so including things like that. Because it shows character growth, it shows, like, that Blackbird's at the beginning of her era and Wild Child is at the end of hers. Because I really like showing the fact, like, yes, Wild Child doesn't want to grow up, but she did grow in some ways, and that it's pretty important to recognize and talk about that. I was heavily parentified as a child, you know, so, we're gonna put, like, a little crack in this. Actually, what am I doing? I could just do it, like, big one. There we go. Some frames are really easy, where I'm just like, dang. Alright, this one's a sad one. Man, I really picked a sad episode to draw on stream today. I'm sorry, it's just what I happen to be working on, but it's very real. Like, it's not always gonna be fun and games, unfortunately. Especially when it comes to this era. You guys will see very much right off the bat that there's, like, gonna be some issues. It's very apparent from the get-go. Especially when it comes to, like, Wild Child's present, so it's just, like, she's, like, seeing it happen, too. So, it's a lot. You raw dog the page? Oh, no. How do you go for line art without any reference? What do you mean? I have, okay, maybe you can't see it on the stream, but I do have a sketch layer. I'll turn it up. But I think you might be talking to somebody in chat, but like, yeah, I have a very, very, very light sketch layer that I have on in case you can't see it, but I could raw dog it. I probably could at this rate. I've been drawing the characters long enough that I'm like, I could do it in my sleep. But yeah, it's very much like, I try to have a sketch, at least bare minimum, a sketch of like, at least a circle. Cause yeah, it'll be pretty rough otherwise. Okay, WC, I'm sorry, she's so sad. Because this is kind of the difference between the two eras, is that Wild Child is very much a very blunt, very much just kind of unknowing little kid. And is like telling you every single detail without a filter. And then Blackbird is very much like only telling you what she thinks that her family wants you to hear. Which is very dismissive to Wild Child's experience, because Wild Child's experience is very authentic. And so Wild Child's confused because she's like, well, I'm clearly hurt. What is Blackbird talking about? So like they have issues because of that. It's just that disconnect, you know. There's like that disconnect between eras. Like that's what makes them eras, is that like in some kind of way I reverted backwards at some point in time. This is hilarious. I'm not even gonna be able to draw Blackbird this entire live stream. That is actually so funny. Welcome to Drawing Blackbird's Era. You joined the live stream. It's just me drawing Wild Child. That's actually hilarious. Look. This one's really sad. Wild Child, like, is trying to warn Blackbird, too, of like, hey, in my part of the story, Mom's really mean, and like, Blackbird's just like, I don't care, you're a liar, bye! It's like, oh. Blackbird has to learn the hard way, WC. I know you want to protect everyone. WC's just a little protector, you know? So... Man, I had her floating up in the sky on that storyboard. That's crazy. WC also, like, to note, is quite jealous of Blackbird, too, because everyone, like, really loves Blackbird, because Blackbird finally, like, gives in to all of, like, the really, like, horrible, kind of toxic things of believing all the gaslighting, and being the family's scapegoat, and, like, okay with it, and, like, dismissing all the bad things that people ever did in favor of, oh, but they're family, and they're all you're ever gonna have, and all that really fun stuff. So, for her, it's like, she's kind of jealous, because she's like, well, I didn't act like that, I was just myself, and I got punished for it. And is now kind of seeing what it would be like if she were to fake it until she made it, kind of thing. So WC's a little conflicted, honestly, because she's like, wow, yeah, maybe if I didn't give Mom such a hard time, she'd like me better, because she clearly really likes Blackbird. So there's just like a lot going on there. Like, my inner children have a lot going on between each other. I am Rabbit6. Welcome to being a token. Yay! Birds in the chat. I love seeing the birds in the chat! Let's go! Little bluebirds. A peacock. I think that's a little cake. Oh, a parrot of some kind. A parrot of some kind. It's so cute. I love birds. Oh, I can't wait. We're gonna draw so many fun background characters for this era. Oh, so many fun birds. I'm gonna try and make them all symbolic. It's gonna be beautiful. Oh, a duck! Yeah! Let's go! That's a good one! Okay, obviously a blackbird. There is a blackbird one, yes. I tend to have a hard time getting it to pull up on my computer. It tends to just put, like, a little black circle and then like, the regular, like, red bird, and I'm like, why are you doing this? A conure? Oh, a conure! I love conures. Is that a dodo bird? Oh my god, we totally have to put a dodo bird in the background of Persona. That'd be so much fun. Here's a sad perspective of tiny little wild child looking up, and there's like gonna be like a shadow of like Blackbird and mom like being happy, and wild child's like, what? Like, just does not understand like what she did wrong. It's very sad. There's like so much subtext to this episode, like that it will pay off if you've been watching Persona Project from the beginning, because you'll see it. You'll be like, oh wow. Like, the subtext is crazy. The subtext goes hard. And then those who don't understand the subtext, will at least understand the fact that WC is not happy. Or having fun, in any kind of way. Because she's just, like, so betrayed right now. Because, like, that whole episode, there's a whole episode in Wild Child's era where I was, like, talking about the fact that, like, Wild Child did crafts with her mom, like, once. Like, she remembers, like, one positive memory about mom and is like, I wish she was like that more. And then I tell her, like, hey, stop wishing that of her. And now that whole statement I said of, like, hey, don't wish that of mom, she's never gonna be like that, is kind of contradicted. Because she's seeing, like, Blackbird get treated well, and she's like, I thought mom was never nice. So, like, now I seem like I'm a liar. And that's the messy part about digesting and dissecting and digging into your own trauma. My different selves view the same thing very differently. Blackbird can't fly. Yes, Blackbird cannot fly. She can only kind of, like, sprint for, like, a few, like, feet. Like, she can flutter. And she can, like, kind of fly in, like, a very loose sense of the word of fly. She can glide. She can fall with style. But she cannot full-on, like, fly for a long distance. The whole theme of her entire character is about having broken wings. And the fact that she has broken wings and she doesn't understand why they're broken. So that's something that'll be explored in her era, talking about her broken wings, why they are broken, not even how to fix them. I think it's just, she needs to come to a point of acceptance, not really so much healing. Robin is the one that can fly out of all of us, so Robin is the one who does the healing, but I think just the acceptance is gonna be Blackbird's main focus, because she's very much in denial. Yes, exactly, Koi. Just like a chicken. Just like a chicken. She can flutter, for a very short distance. It's a very good comparison. I love chickens. Did I ever tell you guys I used to have chickens? Back in the day. Back in like Hawley's era, my stepmom had chickens. It was very fun. This music is so cute. I'm sorry. It's like distracting the heck out of me. I'm like, oh, happy little music. Yippee! Meanwhile, enjoying the saddest thing ever. Sometimes I just gotta like go away from my storyboard, because my storyboard I'm just like, dang, what was that, you know? Notice how Wild Child's also unmasked in all of these? That's because, after her era is kinda over, she had learned to, like, be herself. That's the whole point of her character growth, is so that Wild Child can remain herself, in the face of everyone telling her to hide it. Blackbird takes, like, big giant steps backwards away from that, unfortunately. But it's kind of important that I showed that WC is mostly unmasked now, on the occasion that she's like really, like the shot where she's like really far away, obviously just didn't want to draw her eyes because it was just like kind of an obscured kind of shot, but most of the time she will be showing her eyes because she's very much unmasked, which is beautiful. Let's see. Sorry, chat. I was drawing and I was like, oh no, there's so much going on. I gotta catch up on chat. They are good runners. Oh, I bet Blackbird's a good runner. No, yeah, that's a good point. I guess, oh, I always have to say this, it's so weird. Spoilers, I guess, for my life? Question marks. But I, like, break 2 of my bones in this era. And it stops me from being able to run. Like, I can't run around outside anymore for, like, a good period of time. There's, like, no running for me. And, yeah, let's just say that was, like, a very miserable time for me as, like, a very energetic kid. Very bad time. Alright, this is an interesting shot. I had to, like, sit there and analyze it and be like, what is this? Oh, cool, I get to draw the birther in her new, her new form. Because, yes, the eras do change. With me changing, everyone else also changes around me, too. It's not just Blackbird, and then there's gonna be frog parents randomly. That was quite rude. My program just straight up deleted the pen I wanted to use. Oh. Can we relax, program? Okay, hold on, I gotta fix this, because I have, like, a very, very specific setup for, like, my, like, you can see on the left side, I have, like, a bunch of paint buckets and stuff that are, like, it's so specific and I have it memorized, and if it even changes by, like, one little thing, I'll be devastated, because then everything is out of order and I have everything in, like, a specific order. But yeah, all of the eras change with me. Like, people in real life change a lot. I think it's important to show that I'm not the only one that changed, and a lot of the times, the people around me changed for the worst, and it would be a great disservice to not show that, and be like, hey, this is bad, you know. So that's kind of why I decided to do that. I know it might seem wonky or weird, but that's just kind of the way I see it, where I'm like, oh yeah, that was the point in time in which Mom was like that, and that was the point in time that Dad was like that, and it just makes sense to me, But obviously, if you make your own persona project, that is up to your interpretation. You could be like, nah, they were always the same, they never changed. Or maybe they changed personality-wise, but they never changed design-wise. I don't know, to me, they changed design-wise, because they just... Some of them are just entirely different people. It's, like, unrecognizable. There we go. Finally drawing my first little set of wings here. The entire time I've been doing this. There we go. Oh, goodness. Oh my god, moving the tabs in Quip Studio Paint is the worst, Blue! You have no idea. That program's the worst. I don't know, it's so touchy. Holy shit, I am constantly dealing with that same problem. It's just like, why is it like that? Like, you could just click and drag anything, or if you X it out, God forbid you X something out in that program. It's like, you have no idea how to get it back. It's gone forever. It's freaking ridiculous. Also, yes, Sachi Coco, I love Morning Doves. Morning Doves are a very nostalgic, like, bird for me to hear. Like, hearing the morning dove call reminds me of mornings when I was a kid. They're very, like, I don't know what it is about morning doves. They're just so nostalgic for me. I love them. They're beautiful. I also, as a kid, I used to have a plushie of a morning dove. That was, like, really important and significant to me. Which is really funny. I used to squeeze it, and it used to make the call of the morning dove. I love the morning dove that much. Which is really kind of funny, like, when I think about it. It's like, you wonder why I made her a blackbird, not a morning dove at that point. So... yeah, I ended up making another character a morning dove. One of my friends that's gonna appear in this era, I depicted them as a morning dove, which is really cute, I think. Alright. Oh, here we go. These two being all like, yay, I'm so happy, I love my mom. Ugh. Some of these frames are really rough for me to draw, so I honestly appreciate doing them on a live stream, because it keeps me a little distracted. Because it does make me quite sad to be like, yep, this was my reality. It was definitely a survival tactic for me to be like, I don't know, so like, such a kiss up to my mom, I guess is a good way to put it. Like, because I really was just a little kiss up. I literally would just be like, Mom never did anything wrong, and I love her, and she's perfect, and she is strong, and I'm just like her. And it just confuses poor Wild Child so badly, because Wild Child was like, that was the enemy just literally yesterday. Why is Blackbird being so stupid? And I'm like, I don't know, girl. We just gotta let her do her thing. We just gotta let her do her thing. And Wild Child's like, but I don't want her to be sad. And I'm like, Wild Child, it's not your job to make sure everybody's happy. Sweetheart, darling, dearest. Oh, I love Blackbird's little gloves. They're strange, like, cause I used to like, I don't they're not like real gloves. Like, the things that I draw on Blackbird are like, I used to cut up black socks and like make them into like, I guess sleeves almost? Like, you know, emo shit. Like, if you've ever been emo, you'll know what I'm talking about, where you like cut up gloves and like other things that aren't gloves and make them into gloves. Like, they basically were socks that I slid over my fingers and had a thumb hole. Because that was, like, totally in back then. Like, emo stuff was, like, totally in back then. And, like... that was, like, my favorite thing to do. Alright, I gotta figure out what I'm drawing here. I'm forgetting already. They're hugging. Okay, wings... Alright, and then her little birdie feet can stick out here. They also have a tail. I don't know if I ever described this, but Blackbird has a very, like, long cat-like tail. Because, tails are one of my favorite things to animate, and I don't need to elaborate on wanting to animate tails, because they're really fun. Bottom line. Very fun to animate, and I didn't want to go with having this era not have a tail to animate. I was gonna lose my marbles. I would have been sad. Because Parker doesn't have anything fun to animate either. And I'm like, man, you guys are gonna be really boring up until, like, Hawley's era, because Hawley's a cat. I'm like, yes, ears and tail? Oh, we're gonna be eating good. Yeah. Oh boy, this is a really fun frame. Wee! I wore a prolonged fingerless glove on one hand. Oh my god! I used to do the same kind of shit, like one hand and be like, I'm so cool! Oh my god. Oh my god. Everybody's having the same experience of cutting up gloves. Oh my god. That's so funny. It's not funny because, like, it's, like, so cringe. But, like, at least I cringe at myself when I'm looking back at, like, cutting up my stupid gloves. Okay. Now here comes the part where I'm picking up a wild child and being like, don't look at that, wild child. You're doing great, sweetie. Blackbird's just really behind. Please don't take these lessons to your little heart. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand how people thought Wild Child's gonna be gone forever after this. It's just, like, she's done telling her part. It doesn't mean that she's not still here. Like, she's still gonna see everything happen. To my complete and utter dismay. I prefer that she didn't have to, like, see all this bad stuff happen, but, you know. It's his life, I suppose. And just as an FYI, I don't draw myself with the glasses on until, like, the very end, because it's coloring nightmare if I draw the glasses on. The glasses go on during the coloring phase, which we're on the line art phase, in case anybody was not paying attention to the art in the background. Yes, it's just line art today. Ugh, gosh, I have the hiccups. No, no, no! I'm gonna drink water. No, no, no. Oh, goldfish tamer, that is such a cute little thing. Picking up stuff with, like, her little bird feet. Oh, I used to love doing that as a kid. I used to, like, love, like, grabbing random objects with, like, my toes and being like, yes, I'm, like, either, like, a chicken or, like, a monkey or something, because, you know, I was, like, a strange child who enjoyed that kind of thing. I was the weirdo child who was like, look at what I can do! And it's like, why? Why did we do that? I think everyone has cut up gloves, is what I'm reading from the consensus of the chat. Like a velociraptor! Yes, dude! Yes, dude! You get it. You get it. You're a real one. Anybody who has run around their house with dinosaur arms and has screeched like a dinosaur and picked up things with their toes, you know. You know. You are a real one. TM. Wild Child's like, give me uppies. I want uppies now. And I'm like, okay, I've got you, child. Come here. I'm sorry life is so sad for you right now. Who am I to deny the frog child uppies? And then I'm like sitting here like, kind of like squatting down. There we go. Picking her up. And then I'm like, oh dear, we have problems. That's the I love narrating what's going on in the episode. Oh dear, we have problems. I mean, I could have just not animated 120 episodes of this project. I could have just said that and walked away. But did I? No. That is definitely not the same size. Size comparison check because I didn't turn on my lightbox slayer for some reason. Oh, yo!
Anyone else ever ice skate on tile with socks?
Yes, the Wolfie animator. Yes, thank you for the dono. But also, yes, dude. I would do that to a point that was so dangerous. I go sliding so far as a kid. It would be like, whirr! Like, I'd be like busting my butt sometimes, falling over because I'd be sliding so hard. It's so fun. Oh, such good childhood memories. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. We can keep it wholesome up in here. That's everything to me. Alright, we're holding the child of Wild, who is having a horrible time because Blackbird is being a brat. Which, get used to it, by the way. Get used to it. It is not going to get easier. Her brattiness will prevail. I'm legally allowed to call myself a brat. I was a brat during that era. Wild Child's just like, oh, I don't want to be here. I'm like, I'm sorry, girl. There we go. Well, at least I finally got to draw myself this stream. That's... Whose persona project is this, anyways? Eye rolling emoji, eye rolling emoji. Sometimes I will just do the- I don't know why, sometimes I'll wait till the last moment to be like, now I'll draw my eyes, and it's like kind of unsettling. Like, why do I do that? Oh, man. Man, I look like a kicked puppy. Hold on, that don't look right. Sometimes I look at that and I'm like, squints. Squints so hard. I'm like, no. That's a no for me. We're going for more solemn. We're going for more sad. We're not going for kicked puppy. We're going for like, this is not good. Okay, now that's too apathetic. Dang, dude, I'm having a bad time with expressions today. Me. Oh my god, no wonder why I freaking leave this to last. I'm struggling with expressions today. Oh, a gorgeous piece of fan art, you say? Can't wait to see that until after the stream. Hee hee. I can't wait. You guys have some really beautiful fan art. Thank you guys so much for that. It's so cool. It's really, really cool. I have my desktop background changing all the time from different pieces of fan art I get, and I'm like, this is so cool. Very inspirational for me.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
That is a good question, Goldfish Tamer. Thank you for the dono! Yes! Okay. I love the plesiosaur. Because it's just like the Pokemon Lapras. But real! Like, I love plesiosaurs so much, because they got like these big fins, and they're just like aquatic, and they look like the long necks, but they're under freaking water. They're like Nessie! I love them. They're my favorite. I also really like the Pentaceratops. They're freaking rad. Very cool. Colorful little guys. I really like the Pentaceratops, as well. The Diplodocus is also a good one. That's just basically a long neck. That's just basically a big, long, necky boy. I mean, Velociraptors are up there too, obviously. Really like Velociraptors. Parasaurolophus is also a good one. I think my second favorite, if I had to, like, say my second favorite, Mosasaurus. Just a big mouth. Big mouth, like, creature. You know, like, I don't know how, if you've never seen a Mosasaurus, it's basically like a big shark-looking long guy. I just really like aquatic dinosaurs. Can you tell? I like the aquatic ones. I like the water dinosaurs. I love them. Oh, dinosaurs. You're activating my, my silly little fixation. You will not get me to shut up if I don't stop. Okay. Shh. It's okay. We're drawing. Oh, welcome back, Ty. I hope you had fun with Twixt kayaking. Eee, that sounds so fun, dude. Oh, Spinosaurus is so good too. Ankylosaurs are really, yeah, that's a good solid choice. I think the most common one that I have like a million dinosaur stuffed animals. I think my most common dinosaur stuffed animal is a Triceratops. I have a lot of Triceratops stuffed animals. But I also love pterodactyls as well. I have one pterodactyl plushie and they're really cute. Their name is Slushy. One day I need to introduce all my plushies to you guys. They're like my family. I love them. They're all named after breakfast foods for the most part, except for two of them who are Frosty and Slushy, because they're just built different. Like, I have so many dinosaur plushies. Let's see. I have a Triceratops named Egg. He's green. I also have a Triceratops named Bacon. Bacon has little hearts all over her. I have a little, Triceratops who glows. Like, if you push a button on him, he turns colors. That's Blueberry, because he's blue. I also have a little yellow guy, who is Lemon. I love my little Lemon. And then I have, a little tiny green Triceratops with bunny ears, and that's Ham. And then I have another dinosaur with bunny ears. He's a T-Rex. With bunny ears, and then, he's Sausage. So I have Ham and Sausage, and they're my Easter little guys. And then I just have some regular, Diplodocus little, like, long necky boys. Which that one of them is the Frosty, and then my pterodactyl is Slushy. Oh my god, I have so many. I could keep going forever and ever and always. Oh my god. I also have a dinosaur named Blueberry Muffin. I have a Bulbasaur, just to add into the dinosaurs. That's technically a soar, you know, that Bulbasaur. Oh. I also have a lot of crocheted plushies. I'm not even drawing anymore. I'm just like, my plushies. I need to draw. I apologize. You brought on a very good topic of discussion for me. You don't even want to ask about my actual, like, dinosaur little action figure collection. Oh my god, I will be here all day telling you about them. This is a fun frame. It's this very fun frame of me and my mom glaring at each other. Oh,
I probably have over 20 plushies.
Yo, Milo Mears! Thank you for the dono. Also, that... Just 20? Just 20? Come on, you can do more than that! I'm not provoking you to get more plushies, I swear. But, like, the more the merrier! But that still is quite a lot. That is still quite a lot, yeah. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. I love plushies. I don't know what I'd do without my plushies. They are my everything. Alright, I think I'm gonna... Have wild child. Kind of like hiding. Because, yeah. Wild child very much does not like mom. Gee, I wonder why. I'm loving the Kirby music. Kirby music is literally one of my favorites, man. I just put on a random, like, Nintendo playlist, TM, and it was like, here's your favorites, and I was like, oh, thank you, hey, let's go! Alright, we got the Child of Wild, who's having a terrible time. Which is just super. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna put us on the same layer. Maybe I will. This is the part where, like, I try to keep it as, like, less layers. That sounds really dumb, but, like, I try to put as little layers as possible with my episodes.
Funds for Dino Nuggets. Or fries. Whichever you choose. Wishing you well as always. Lots of love.
Oh, thank you, Fizzy! I've not done nuggets in a while. That's a good idea. I got fries money a couple days ago from my little live stream. Oh yeah, Dino Nuggies! I will do that. Thank you, Fizzy. That's so sweet. Oh my god.
All my plushies have the most uncreative names ever.
Oh, Anonymous! I doubt that. No. Y'all are creative. Oh wow, that's a watermelon. Thank you. I just saw watermelons. Interesting. I thought they were pears. That was just totally wrong. I was just 100% a whole watermelon. Thank you for that. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, my most prized plushies I own, literally are just, I have my Elmo, who is just Elmo, and then my bear.
Here's a small donation towards buying yourself more Dino plushies. You deserve more.
No way, dude! Thank you, Dino Store. Is this sponsored? Is this sponsored by Dino Store? Buy more dinosaur plushies, you say. My ear grows to a cartoonishly large size. Well, if you say so. I'll find a dinosaur I don't have a plushie of yet. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. Well, I just got hit with a big yawn. I love this soundtrack. Reminds me of Brightside so much. I use a lot of Mystery Dungeon soundtracks in Brightside. So now anytime I hear it, I'm just like, it's Brightside! It's Brightside! It's Brightside time! And it just gets me, like, way too pumped. Alright, so... let's do Blackbird first. You know what really stinks about Blackbird's color palette that I don't enjoy personally? Is that, like, a lot of the line artwork, you won't even really get to see it.
Have you ever tried boba tea? It's
Ooh.
not much, but here's some money contributing to it. If you don't like it, just buy fries.
Oh my god, Sachikoko, thank you! That's so sweet, dude! I'm sad. I really don't like boba tea. I apologize. It's not my thing. It's just the texture's off for me. I don't like the popping. Also, that elbow in the background is fucking terrifying. I don't know who submitted that, but it's hilarious. Anyways, yeah, boba tea, not my thing. But I will get french fries. I will do that. I'm actually almost out of french fries, so I'll have to find some creative new fry to go and get. I haven't had... Have you ever had, like, potato crowns? They're, like, they're, like, discs of, like, tater tot. Instead of it just being a tot, it's, like, a disc. They're, like, really crunchy and good. I might go get some potato crowns. They'll sound delicious AF. Still not over the horrifying Elmo image that someone submitted. It's freaking hysterical. Here, let's have Blackbird, like, being all cozy with her wings. She's, like, having a great time. There we go. Ah, my favorite thing to draw. Having beef with my mom. In front of a live studio audience. Always so fun. Ugh. People wonder why I need a break. I don't see people doing this very often. She's just so unpleasant, man. No matter what era it is. I mean, this one's probably the nicest, unfortunately.
I really love the latest plush of my character I got for Christmas last year.
Oh, yeah!
They're so big and fluffy. 3. Brown heart emoji. Yellow heart emoji.
Dude, your plushies are so cute, Maddie. I love seeing your plushies. I mean, your character designs are just literally built to be, like, the most adorable plushies ever. Like, you really do have really nice characters for plushies. So, like, no shock that it turned out so good, honestly. Like, it was really cute. It was very fluffy. Like, that is so cool. They got so much detail in on it. Okay, time for her to be looking at me disappointedly. Because I'm sure if she was still around, that's exactly what I'd be getting right now. It's just a whole lot of that judgmental, like, look. Oh boy, how fun. Oh, how fun. Yay, I say, staring at it, knowing that this is like the saddest thing ever. Alright, we have to draw more of her, unfortunately. So the next part that I'm gonna animate is kind of talking about, like, my mom after my parents got divorced and, like, her actions, and how they kind of led us to be absolutely horrifically poor. Oh my god, you guys are talking about air fryers? Okay, I have, like, air fryer trauma. I'm sorry. I also cannot have Hardee's or Carl Jr.'s. I'm sorry, Corwin. I'm probably breaking your heart right now, but I can't eat any fast food because of cross-contamination. I have really severe allergies. So, sadly, I have not had them, but they sound freaking delicious. And I'm mad that I can't have them. But, yeah, I have, like, air fryer trauma. Okay, listen, okay, I should preface this. There's an entire episode of Blackbird's Era that's coming out fairly soon about, like, various very random food traumas that I have from my mother specifically being a really bad cook. Like, I was like, wow, I talk about this too much. I have to make this into an episode of Persona. Like, I talk about this so much. I'm like, wow, this like, really affected me. It sounds really silly. But, like, basically one time, my mom, like, worked for this, like, law firm or something. I don't know. She worked for some big, expensive company, right? And it was all bougie or whatever, and they basically was like, congrats, you're, like, our best employee or whatever, and they were like, you have a voucher to go get a reward from our little reward store. Yeah, like, this place had, like, a freaking employee reward store. Kind of fancy. And so that she was like, oh my god, let's go pick out something, like, really expensive and, like, let's rob this company dry. And I was like, yeah, freak corporations, let's go. So she takes us to this website and she's like, alright, we're gonna pick out something. And she's like, oh my gosh, they have air fryers. And at that point we did not have an air fryer. And so she was like, we're getting an air fryer, let's go. She orders the air fryer and we're like, okay, cool, we're getting an air fryer. Seems legit. Except it was not legit. I don't know what was up with this air fryer. But, it would, like, smoke. Like, this thing would, like, would pour out smoke. This thing smelled so bad, and everything that you cooked in this air fryer would taste like metal. Like, it was awful, like, terrible quality. And, like, my cheap-ass mom would not get rid of it because of her pride, because she was like, that was my employee prize, and it works just fine. Meanwhile, we're freaking probably giving ourselves lead poisoning over her pride. So yeah, that's a thing, that happened to me, and now anytime I think of an air fryer, I just immediately get that taste in my mouth, and I'm like, oh god, the lead poisoning, shudders, and then I'm like, I can't, like, eat anything from air fryers, because now I have, like, this horrible superstition that, like, it's, like, the same, it's gonna taste the same. For some reason, I guess maybe that's like an OCD thing of mine, like, where I'm just like, well, if I ever have an air fryer food again, I'm gonna get really sick and die of lead poisoning. And I'm like, okay, that's a little dramatic, I don't think that's gonna happen, but, like, I have this, like, very real fear of air fryers. Did she just not clean it properly? No, we cleaned it so many times! I cleaned it myself, because I was like, there has to be something, like, there has to be something burning in here, like, something. Defino for Ward Store at Dystopia sounds dystopian at a company. You're so fucking right. It really is dystopian. It's so sad. I'm getting some water. But yeah, oh my god. I looked. I don't know what was wrong with that air fryer. We tried everything to save that air fryer, but it was cursed from the beginning, and it just shouldn't it shouldn't have done that. And now I'm scared. I'm also terrified of crockpots. for not that kind of experience, but a kind of similar reason, I suppose. It's just that my mom, like, never learned how to cook at all, ever. And she would just, like, make these really horrible crockpot meals, like, every goddamn night. It was, like, the laziest thing that she could muster up to feed us with. And it was just, like, she always just, like, made everything so bad. Like, she just, I mean, she was white as hell, first of all. She couldn't season anything because she was white as hell. And also, she just freaking burned it, or, like, overcooked it, and, like, the texture was always off. And it was just, like, I don't know, man. I had so many bad crockpot experiences, too. It's, like, honestly so sad. I've lost, like, so many foods that I could have had in my life because of that woman. She has, like, traumatized. Is there any kitchenware that you aren't traumatized by? Blenders are cool. I can make smoothies. I like smoothies. What else do I tolerate in my house? I like the microwave. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. Crying. Literally crying. Oh, little blue jay. We get to show off little blue jay's little cute little design. He's got these really goofy little eyes in this era. He's got these little cheeks now. Oh, it's so cute! My brother has the cutest designs! I'm so mad. Of course I love my own designs for myself, but, like, I popped off with my brother's design, because he had, growing up, like, my brother had so much more of a personality than I did. Because, like, my personality was my trauma. Unfortunately. And I know it's not, like, just an exclusive me experience. I know a lot of people with trauma have issues with their identity. And so, like, it just happened to be that thing where, like, I guess I was able to protect my brother well enough that he was able to have more of a personality than I was. So, it's like hooray in that front. I guess I did my ultimate goal slash job, which was protect my brother, but at the cost of my own personality, I guess, which is quite sad. But alas, it's how the cookie crumbled for me, I guess. Setting water on fire in the microwave. Chat, I'm worried about you. Also, Devin, toaster ovens are mostly okay because they're just small ovens, regular ovens, but just small. I've only had good experience with toaster ovens, except when I worked at a tea house and I got burned by them a lot, but that was just user error. They didn't do that to me. Oh, koi for I love lately my favorite like special meal that I've been cooking for Wild Child, like for her literally, is I've been cooking steak, pan frying steak. But oh, I'm telling you, I pan fry it right. Like I sear it. I have like garlic butter. I have fresh rosemary. Oh my god, my aromatics are so good, and like I love putting lots of herbs and making it taste super yummy because like, oh my god, man, I've grown up by most of my life with the most sadly unseasoned things, and I'm not about to go through it again. Yeah, I think I will put Blackbird on a separate layer. What is up with this like yeehaw bebop music I'm listening to? I mean, I love it, but like it's just really random. This is from Splatoon or something. Sorry, I know Splatoon 3 has like a... I have to see what this... That's from Pikmin? That's crazy. Oh, I thought that was Splatoon. I was like, Splatoon has like a cowboy setting in like the third game. I don't know. Anyways. Little blue jay. And then next frame is of my mom being like, oh no, we're so broke. Because, yeah, we had some issues financially. Ooh. You guys are making me hungry. Ooh. Toaster ovens that can also air fry. Okay, you know what? I trust that a little bit more, Corwin. I trust that a little bit more because it's also like, it's got the buff of being a toaster oven with just an extra function that happens to be air fry. So I trust that. I trust that to not taste like hell. Oh, goldfish tamer. Yes, dude. I mean, my dad used to make really good steak, so like sometimes I'll make it just to be like, here you go, WC, like here's some good steak, just like Dad used to make. We had Pirate Hawley, what about Cowboy Hawley? I've done Cowboy Hawley, like, more than I did Pirate Hawley. There's, like, so many cowboy episodes or instances where I've been drawn in cowboy attire. Like, the old Schoolhouse episode, School Olden Days, like, what else? What other episodes did I draw? Oh, I whenever I accidentally get really southern when I speak, I'll, like, put it in the bloopers. Like, I was gonna say, like, does this count? And I said, does this count? And I was like, does this count? And I was like, what the hell? Like, I went all southern on it, so then I turned myself into a cowboy. Sometimes I will go cowboy mode. We got that. You guys are talking about crumble cookies? Oh, I could yarf thinking about that. It's too sweet, man. Oh, God, it's like disgustingly sweet to me. I apologize. I'm not a fan. Mostly because I don't really enjoy something that super duper sweet. Like, basically like 7 or 8 years ago, I got like a clinical diagnosis of like a lifelong chronic condition. And they were like, hey, you really have to change your diet. And I was like, okay. So I changed my diet, and then I also found out I had severe food allergies, all kinds of stuff that hindered me into changing my entire diet, and now I, like, can only really eat, like, kind of, like, natural stuff, because it's just, like, dude, even sometimes fruit is too sweet for me. Like, after, like, almost a decade of cutting out, like, fake sugars and stuff, like, man, dude, my life changed so much, because now everybody else can tolerate so much sugar. I can't even eat one Oreo. Like, one Oreo is, like, I will be like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up, like, I'm so full, and it's just so sweet, it, like, hurts. It, like, makes my teeth ache. Like, I can't explain it, but, like, once you, like, cut out some sugars and, like, get used to it, like, you kind of realize how horrifying America is when it comes to, like, sugar. It's crazy how sweet everything is. It's just, like, so overwhelming. And that's why a lot of people don't like the kind of food that I eat. Like, I eat a lot of different stuff, but, like, I eat mostly vegan. And a lot of people are just like, oh my god, I can't stand vegan food, it tastes like nothing. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't stand regular food, it tastes like everything. It's just, like, so overwhelming to me. Like, not even just as an autistic person, just in general, it's just, like, it just concerns me how, like, sweet everything is. It's just like, ugh, yuck. I'm a much more prefer savory over sweet for myself. I like savory foods. Yes, local handmade bakery foods. Oh, yes, dude. Luckily, where I live, we have lots of local bakeries that will just take their stuff to grocery stores around the area, so I don't even have to go out of my way to go to the bakery. I could just go to the grocery store and they've already, like, brought it closer to me, which is really helpful and really accessible. Oh, Sachi Coco ice cream flavor? I'll tell you all about my ice creams. Long story short, I got some concerning medical news a couple weeks ago, so I have to get some pretty crazy procedures done in the next few months. But in order for me to get those procedures more safely, I need to gain weight, because I've lost a significant amount of weight. And if you have ever seen me in person, you know I'm very tiny. I am very tiny. I've never been 100 pounds in my entire life. And so I lost a lot of weight, which was already just bonkers to me that even happened, and it's just really concerning. So, let me tell you how hard it is to gain weight when you're on, like, a restricted diet to begin with. Like, I can't have dairy. You know how hard that is? So, luckily, I have a lot of non-dairy ice cream, because, oh my god, it's delicious, and there's so much of it nowadays. Oh my god, I can't even get over it. There's so many flavors. So I just finished one that was like Oreos. It was like Oreos and chocolate chip cookie dough. It was like a cookie, like cookie explosion, right? That was so sweet. It took me like weeks to get through it. And then I also got some strawberry cheesecake, like dairy-free strawberry cheesecake. Oh my god.
Agree. I was there at one point, but I relapsed.
Damn, dude. Oh, Sachi Coco. It's so hard. Gaining weight is so hard. Ugh. But yeah, like, I'm trying to include more protein stuff, but I'm mostly just trying to up, like, the amount of proteins and, like, healthy fats and stuff. And it's just like, yeah. So, it's like, I can get my procedure done without gaining weight. It's just me personally, my preference would be to gain weight because, like, I'd rather not have more complications than necessary. So yeah, I also just lost a ton of weight in a very short amount of time, and it's just, like, really scary, so I'm just like, okay, I need to gain weight for my own anxiety. So I have been, like, doing a lot. I've actually learned how to cook a lot of really cool stuff with tofu. I learned how to make, like, tofu, like, mozzarella sticks. They're freaking so good. Like, I'm gonna basically, like, turn them into, like, mozzarella balls, though, I think. Like, basically, you, like, take tofu and flour, and you mash it up until it's a dough, and then I put cheese on it, and it was, like, delicious! Like, oh my god, like, it was like eating, like, popcorn chicken, but with, like, cheese and tofu. And you would never guess it's tofu. Like, it's so delicious. I'm really good at making tofu. So, very happy that I love tofu, because that's a blessing. It took me a while to get used to it because you have to learn how to cook it really well. It's one of those things where it's, if done right, it's really good. But if done wrong, it's really bad. I didn't turn the tofu into mozzarella. It's more like the tofu becomes the breading of the sticks. So that it's like really like high in protein. And the cheese is on the inside. For context, you were talking about cutting out sugar with cocoa. Yeah, sugar is like ingrained in our lives so much anymore. It's definitely like a scary thing because it's like caffeine and sugar are like literally like addictive. So like I get scared. I get scared of those guys for sure. This sounds like Undertale. It's not Undertale. It's literally Pikmin again. Why do every time Pikmin music comes on, I'm like, what is this? I guess I just need to play more Pikmin. Oh man. But yeah, getting healthier could only be a good thing in my eyes, so I'm definitely trying to do that. And honestly, it's hilarious that ice cream is like kind of a part of my weight gaining plan. So it's like I'm forced to have ice cream, and I know most people think that's a good thing, but I'm like, no! Sweets, no!
Have you heard of Bazella Middle Eastern stew?
No, it sounds delicious, Anonymous Mouse. I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up literally right now. Bazella. Sounds very, very nice. Okay, I'm googling it. Hold on.
While we are talking about food, I recommend trying curry from Coco with Cabana. You can buy boxes online if a restaurant isn't doable. Just need rice.
Ooh, is it spicy? Oh, I'll have to look that up too. Hold on. Thank you, DeWolfie Animator. You guys are like giving me so much, like good things to look at here. Okay, I'm gonna look at the stew. That stew looks delicious. Oh my god, I can actually eat that. It doesn't have. Does it have green beans? I can't have beans. Oh, it just has peas? I can have berries and carrots! That looks delicious! Okay, that looks so good. I would love that! Okay. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it completely wrong, but Bazella sounds delicious, and it's now going on to my list of things to try. Curry from Coco. Okay. Curry, Coco. Okay, I'm looking that up too. Oh, it's like a chain restaurant? Oh, I've never heard of that before. Wow, I had no idea. That's interesting. What kind of curry? Oh, it's a Japanese style curry rice. Oh, I see. I'll have to think about that. It looks a little soupy for me. I don't know if I'd enjoy it, but texture-wise, maybe on the curry. And also spice level. Depends on the spice level. I'm very much like, I do not like things that set my mouth on fire. It makes me very sad. So it'd have to be a pretty tame one. I'm okay with like a little bit of spice. Like a little kick, I'm like, yeah, that's nice. But like, oof, yeah, no, not if it's like overwhelming me to the point where I'm like, I'm on fire! Then I get really sad. Unfortunate. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I do occasionally get dairy-free pizzas. They're just really not that great. I have to make my own. My own pizzas are like really good. Like I know how to make really good like crusts and stuff and breads. I'm a bread baker, so There's a dinosaur restaurant? We are always going back to dinosaurs today. We just got dinosaurs on the brain.
The boxes are mild, no spice. 3.
Thank you, DeWolfie Animator. Okay. I will look and see if my local stores have it, and if they do, I might give it a whirl, because yes, I do like rice a lot. One of my favorite recipes is making rice pilaf. I make pilaf like all the time. Sometimes I'll get boxed rice and I'll just make little like packets of rice to go with things, but like I really enjoy putting rice with like everything, and it's so easy to make it like really protein dense as well. Like I add a lot of like broth to it and like butter and like, you know, I like add a lot of stuff to it to make it more like, I guess, filling in the sense that it'll make me gain weight. So like I have my tactics here. It's just very like, I have one of the rare struggles where like I have to gain weight, and like let me tell you, it is so much harder to gain weight in this world than it is to like find stuff to lose weight in this world. It seems like there's like a minority of people who are trying to gain weight versus lose it, and it's like, dang, it's very rough out here. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap up my frame, answer some last minute Q&A, and then probably... Now you guys got me so hungry. I gotta like find out what I'm gonna eat for lunch now. I'm like all thinking about lunch. I'm like, dang, dude. Y'all got me hungry. Chat is just got one thing on the brain, and that's food, and I'm fine with this, but I'm like, dang, now I'm like all hungry, dude. Gonna have to go and eat food soon. Okay. This is a very strange frame to try and, like, explain what's happening. But basically, we're talking about, like Blackbird's explaining the fact that, like, my mom only would buy, like, name brand stuff. Like, she refused to get, like, store brand stuff, like, or off-brand stuff, because she would swear it would, like, kill us or something. I don't know. Like, she was like very hell-bent on not messing with her, quote-unquote, her brands, TM. Which is really dumb and stupid, but it's like most of the reason why we were like super broke all the time is because she like maintained this like really insanely lavish lifestyle that there was no way we could have maintained with like what we had. So yeah. Hee hee. I say hee-hee very much in the sense of, like, it's not funny, by the way. It's very sad. Alright. Cool. More than halfway done with the episode. Yay. It's a little bit of a longer one, too. Wow, it's like another minute 31. The first few episodes of Blackbird's Era are going to be quite long because they're very much like, kind of like, not like recaps, but kind of recaps in a way of like explaining from Blackbird's perspective of like, here's my mom, and here's my dad, and here's the rest of my family, and this is how I feel about them, and this is what they're like. So it's very much like the first 5 episodes are like introducing, like reintroducing the concept of like what my life was like at that point, and then from that point on it's like, okay, we're back to the regular like format of like, here's the story. So this is kind of like a recap, if you will. So these episodes are gonna be quite longer than the usual ones, so they might take me a little bit longer to make, but we'll see. I've been pretty focused on them. All of them are recorded for this year. Year 9 is all recorded and ready to go. I just gotta, you know, animate it, which is easier said than done. But yeah, I will open the floor. You guys can ask any questions you want about Blackbird, or about any of the random things we talked about, like dinosaurs or food or whatever. Whatever you so desire. Members, go ahead and ask away, as I begin to wrap up for our stream today. Let me see, let's catch up on what you guys were talking about in here anyways. What do you think dinosaurs would taste like? I am Rabbit 6. How dare. Also, I think they taste like chicken. Duh, that's why they make the nuggets out of them, and duh. I'm kidding, I have no idea. Kelp noodles. Ooh, dude. Oh, they're probably so salty and delicious. That sounds really good. I'm just now starting to dip my toes into, like, kelp seaweed kind of stuff. It's actually pretty good. Pizza while weightlifting. Huh. Interesting. Can I eat rice? Oh yeah, I can eat rice, yeah. That's one of the very few things I can have in this world. One of my favorite things to say is that I permanently have the brat diet, which is, bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. That's like the safe foods. It's called the brat diet. It's what they gave me when I was, I had, a time that I can't even really say on YouTube without getting demonetized, where I had a disorder that involved food, and I was put on that diet for a while. Was Blackbird's design inspired a little by Blue Jay? Blackbird's design stuck with me for a while. Like, I knew, like, I've shared concepts before. Here, I can pull it up, actually. I think it's really cool to show. What her design, like, has just always been in my mind. She's always been this little superhero character to me. Like, the very first time I drew her, this is what she looked like. I had the, little, like, the little mural from my childhood on my wall, like, as my, like, little superhero. My little superhero, like, symbol or whatever was, like, the sun with the rainbow that's, like, all messed up or whatever. She also had, like, rainbows on her because, like, she was obsessed with rainbows. Like, that was, like, something she was, like, really, really, like, she freaking loved rainbows. And, like, had no idea that it meant, like, gay at all, but she just was just obsessed with rainbows. Which I think is just really fun and ironic. And I used to, you know, wear braids at that point. Braids were, like, my thing back then. I can't even do a braid anymore. Which is so funny. I used to be obsessed with braiding my own hair, and now I can't even do it. But her design was mostly inspired by the fact of, like, this was an era for me where I very much was kind of egotistical, kind of, like, way in over my head, very much fitting the stereotypes of superheroes. And also big time for me to be masking a lot. So, like, obviously wearing a superhero mask would have made the most sense. And, like, also, like, Teen Titans was my favorite thing, and, like, I had a lot of superhero influence during this era, and I always believed myself to be the strongest. I was the strongest ever! And it's just, like, that's, like, my catchphrase during this whole era is that I am strong! Because I'm the hero, and, like, she's very much, like, always been like that in my mind. Like, her design was just, came from her room, like, my room color at the time, which was, like, this, like, turquoise. I was always obsessed with turquoise. This is, like, the first sketch I ever did of Blackbird. And it was just very much based off of, like, oh, that's my favorite shirt I wore, was, like, this, like, blue shirt, and then, like, I always wore, like, short shorts and braids, and it's just kind of combining, like, the bird with the colors with the theme of superhero, and that's kind of what happened, and that's what came out. I really like it. That's where it came from. Share dinosaur knowledge. I have so much dinosaur knowledge, I think I'll be here all day. I think I'd be here all day if I told you all about dinosaurs. How long has Persona Project been in the making / what kickstarted it? Well, it's been 9 months now. Yes, one of the emojis is woman. Dude, I gotta update the emojis. I gotta make more. Alright, members who are in the Discord server, we've gotta put our heads together and think of some really silly little memes to make into emotes, because they're funny, and I love making them. They're hilarious. I just think woman I reference it so much, it's freaking hilarious. Anyways, Persona Project has been going on for like 9 months, like, on YouTube anyways, but like long before that, it's been going on for like, I'd say like, a year even before that. Like, I was working on, like, writing my narrative, like, physically, like a book, and then I made like a couple comics, and then I was like, ugh, no, that's not what I want to do, and then I finally settled on animating it all. Pile of dust. Oh yeah, we're doing the pile of dust. Don't worry, that's a thing. Oh yeah, I think that's hilarious. Pile of dust with glasses on it and a little doinker. Imp strangle emote. I mean, I already have that, but I'd like to do like the rat grab imp. I think would be good. You guys are like, pile of dust, please, and I'm like, I love that because we know what we're talking about, but there's probably a good portion of people who have no idea what we're talking about. But what kickstarted it to like be on YouTube was actually my therapist. My therapist was like, I think you need to share your narrative. I think you don't need to like write it out. I think you need to like be heard. So that's what kind of inspired me, was like my therapist. Oh, in my recent Animal Crossing video, I love my Animal Crossing videos! I could go on for hours about my Animal Crossing videos. I didn't know donkeys were therapy animals. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, Cherry and freaking Roscoe are my bye for bye forever and always. Dude, I love that. Ah. Dude, that is so sweet. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die / positive. Let me reiterate. Hawley era. Your Hawley and Haley are struggling him. Simon! I have a Simon one in the Discord already. So stupid. Freaking Miss Origins. I hope to get back to it soon. For real, for real. But yeah, oh god, guys, it's been good. It's been a good stream, I apologize this beginning of it had to be so lengthy and harsh, but I really had to, like, kind of lay down the law here today. And we'll be making more videos about my Persona Project rules and boundaries to make sure it's really out there. I know not many people watch the live streams, unfortunately, so I'll make sure that I'm being heard as much as the best of my ability. I can scream from the rooftops, but there are people who are just not going to listen, unfortunately. So, it's one of those things where that's kind of the consequences of sharing things online and sharing it with a massive audience. It's like, yes, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows 24/7, but that's okay. Oh my god, I would love to draw all my ears in the Animal Crossing style. I think that'd be so freaking cute. I think that'd be so cute. Oh, I would love to do an Animal Crossing stream, like, where I can just show off my island. I think you guys would love to see my island tour, considering I've never reset it. It's there's some builds on my island that are just so crazy. Oh, heck yeah, guys. Okay, let's all collectively go get food, because all we've done is talk about food this entire time, and now I'm hungry. So let's do that. And yeah, let's stay inspired. Let's continue to be respectful. Let's enjoy everything that is to come. We have Blackbird's Era coming very soon this week. I think I'm at least gonna post the first episode this week. The rest of the episodes we'll see. But, yes, guys, it's been a great stream. Thank you guys for all the support. Your donations mean a lot. It's going right towards my new PC fund and or french fries, which I appreciate. And then, of course, I will see you guys next Sunday. I stream every Sunday, same time, same place. If you are a VOD watcher, thank you for watching. Enjoy your very fun ambient for drawing in the background, because I know a lot of people use my videos to draw, which is really funny. So, yes, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, boo-bye. Boo-bye.